If they say the word, excuse me for my kids, is in, if they say the word nigga, they know exactly what we're talking about. In Afghanistan, Australia, Pakistan, it doesn't make a difference. I'm going to read it again. And thou shalt become an astonishment. We represent the poorest people, the most desolate people, the most desolate communities in every nation, in every country in the world. So I wanted to make sure that y'all say, well, they just, that's what Brother Ron said. Nah. I wanted you to know that this is what the Most High said. Amen. Well before Brother Ron was ever born. Right? And he says, and a byword. Because as he stated, when we came here, they called us Negro. Around the 1900s, we moved into color. When they started trying to jazz it up in the 50s and the 60s, they called us Afro-Americans, based on our hair. And then we graduated in the 80s. Now I will accept you as African-Americans. But if you ever notice, ladies and gentlemen, when you're watching the news and they shoot us in the street, do they ever say African-Americans were shot today? You ever notice when you see us doing something outside of what they're called American, do they ever call us African-Americans then? When they're calling on us, when they're discriminating against us, with all the different things that happens, we are never known as African-Americans. We're always known as black. But if you're fighting in wars, great African-American soldier. If you participate in their holidays and their traditions, great African-Americans. Not until you do what they want you to do, or they deem acceptable, or you call an African-American. Prior to that, you were black. And look around the room, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all the shades of these people here today. But when you go fill out a form, my sister right there, beautiful woman right there, she must say, I'm black. I must say I'm black. My sister right here must say she's black. My brother right here must say he's black. And all of us are different shades. Now, Jeremiah 17:4. So I want y'all to make sure that y'all, like I said in the beginning, I don't want you to get caught up in the vein. I want to pull everything back to the Bible. Amen. Jeremiah 17, verse 4. It says, even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage. This was written about 530 years before the birth of Christ. When Jeremiah wrote this, they knew exactly who they were. When Christ was on the scene, they knew exactly who they were. So we knew this was a future prophecy. If I ask you who you are, you say African American. You have discontinued from your heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land where thou knowest not. Brother Ron showed us all the countries in which which our ancestors came from, and we were there long before there ever was a country named America. Y'all see that? Look at that what he said. And for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Which lets us know, ladies and gentlemen, that we didn't get here by happenstance. If you don't take anything away from this conference this weekend, one of the most important things that you need to realize is that you didn't go into slavery because of white men. You were not in captivity because of white men. And as long as you see the so-called white men as a reason for everything you're dealing with, number one, you will never hold yourself responsible. And you will never accept who you are. Because you will always be looking on an external factor versus the internal man. Amen. That's why our brothers and sisters on the streets acting the way they are. Because they don't know exactly who put them there. But to get out of Brother Benayah's ways, to get out of his way, Deuteronomy 38 and 27, the Most High put it in there, says, I'm going to let you know, that's thy enemy, get a big head and say that they did it.
Amen. Amen.
When you go to Jeremiah 30, he says, I have done this to you. So the sooner you get in your mind that it wasn't a white man, Trump and all these other presidents,
Amen.
you will stop looking outside and we will look on the inside. We failed, but we shall rise.
Amen.
As long as we put our hands in Christ's hands.
That's right.
Y'all ready for some more?
That's right.
Y'all ready for some more? Let's put our hands together for Brother King and Brother.
All praises, all praises.
Go on, family. I'll try to make this quick while it's set up here. So, y'all willing, so hopefully in this conference, what we'll do is provide you with DNA evidence, study of languages, history, historical books that will show you definitively, once and for all, who you are.
But you see me.
I don't know if you all know that Brother B, Ron, Brother Michael Israel were just in the Bronx not too long ago. Anyone from New York or has been to New York? Got a lot of New York folks here. So that was my first time in New York. And so we were driving around. First I came here, I flew in. I was supposed to meet up with Brother Ronald and Brother Michael. So we're driving around in Harlem. And I go back, I got to go across. I was driving by myself, I'm used to traveling around in the hood, so. But Harlem's a little different than Atlanta. You guys don't know, I'm from Atlanta. And what I tell people is that Atlanta, so our projects is probably like, it's probably like a little section. But the Bronx is like, it's like a city block full of projects, And so I was curious. I drove around for a little bit. I got turned around a couple of times. I went the wrong way down. You know how they have those one-way streets. The road had to point out to me. Hey, okay, I'm good. Turn around. I felt at home with my people. And I went to the Bronx. We went to Harlem, and it hit my spirit. Like, man, all of these Israelites, they don't know it. It's like, what can we do, Most High? I said a prayer. I was by myself driving around in the car. I was like, Most High, just give us the message that'll wake them up. I mean, it's what millions of people in the Bronx, millions of people in Harlem. And then we had a great conference. The only time things got a little sketchy was after the first night. It was late. Ron had just shown this video. And, I had problems kind of finding a little parking space to put my rental car. So I parked it was right next to an open trash can, right? And it had food in it. So around 2 a.m., or 1 a.m., or 12 a.m., I was getting back to my car. I said, get out, or get in my car and drive back to New Jersey. And as I approached my car, my driver's side door and the trash can's right there, I heard this little. So I'm by myself, right? I know that sound. I started getting close to my door. It's coming from the trash can. I was like, okay. I could go around to the passenger side to jump in, but I'm not going out. I know that sound. We have it. I did, we deal with that in Atlanta. So so I walk around. And as soon as I got the key to the door and I opened the door, it stopped. Got the door. Closed the door and went off, So, lesson learned from that. If you go to the Bronx, you go to Harlem, it's all good, don't worry about it. But never park next to an open trash can with food in it. That's my lesson learned. But seriously, when I got into the truth, we all of our stories are the same. We got into the truth, we tried to share with family and friends. Actually, I started off with a lot of Ron's books, and I tried to share with my family and friends, especially with my parents. And my dad, he's a military guy. He's a Vietnam vet. Pulls no punches, straightforward person.
And so he just likes stuff in planes. Give it to me planes. So give it to me planes. All right. Take this DNA test. Just take this DNA test. It'll show you like all the stuff. You know, we just show all the different tribes. DNA will tell you, all right, you're 50% this tribe. You're 40% that tribe. So, all right, man, just take that, and we'll know for sure. Then I'll be able to tell you, you know, these people got traits back to Israel. So he took the test. And actually, my mom took the test. Now, my mom's, you know, I'm ignorant when it comes to this. My mom's a little more fair-skinned than my dad. So my dad's a little bit more dark than me. So we were sitting there kind of just thinking, it's like, yeah, Dad. When yours come back, you'll be like 98% African. I said, no, dark, man. And my mom was taking us, I said, oh, Mom, I think you might be pushing 6%. So Mom took it, so my dad's came back, and his was like, I want to say it was like 90-something%. It's like, oh, man, I heard you. You know, because, you know, when I was trying to joke with him, because when he came to the mail, he opened, or like came to, it was like online, and I was reviewing him with my dad. Opened up, he took a look at it, I said, Dad, we went over his results, you know, we showed that he was 20% this, 30% that. Mom's came in, oh my goodness, Mom was like 96% African. I mean, that just goes to show you can't go by looks. You can't go by looks. Right? And so, but even with all that, you know, they got the results, you know, and it showed them that they were, you know, West African. They still didn't, you know, still buy into it. It's like, all right, son, I hear you, but I need more, right? So part of the research that I learned to do was, because we've been so pre-programmed to accept books, you know, we've been so pre-programmed to accept books from universities and stuff like that. So I went out, started doing all this research. I went to Emory University, not too far, probably like 20 minutes from where I stay in Atlanta. And I started spending my Fridays, and this is big for me, started spending my Fridays at Emory instead of playing Xbox, you know, Call of Duty. So that was a big transition for me. And when I would go up there and I'd get those books, and the books they would have like the pages would be like the old books, after they turned over, the pages started turning a different color, you know, on it. And so I go up there, it's like nobody would be on like the fifth or sixth floor. I go up on Henry, fifth or sixth floor, get all dark, and to start going through these books, I start finding, oh man, it says this, wow, it says that. And what I realized was that as I was coming into the truth, it was going to be hard for me to share with people because there was nobody else up there. Like the whole journey that I was going through to get all this information, there was nobody else to share with, you know. And so I actually got frustrated because I was thinking, all right, so how can we get this information out to the brothers and sisters so that they know that according to the books, like these books say that you are the people. Like these, now what I told you is like I didn't write any of these books. You won't find my name on any of those books. And actually, some of these books that we'll go through, they've been around for hundreds of years, like hundreds of years. And so I created videos, put videos out there, but folks weren't really watching them. But what I came to realize was that it just wasn't time. You know, it wasn't time yet. But as soon as we started getting close, to the 400 years, and then how you feel about the 400 years. 16, 19, we'll kind of go over some of that most I will tomorrow. All of a sudden, people started waking up, started coming to the channel, started looking at, Ron started putting out these videos, and folks started waking up. And what I want to share with you is why people start, white folks are waking up, especially like based on this scholastic materials. Let's see, what I have here, I have origin stories. I'm not sure if the volume works on this thing, so let me see if it works out. You got volume on there? Okay. All right. So basically what this is that it's all about origin stories, If you're into Marvel, I don't know if you guys watched Marvel Endgame. It just came out, this year. So Marvel Endgame came out, and you got all these different superheroes and stuff like that. Each of the superhero has its own origin story. Superman, where does Superman come from? What's his home planet? Krypton, right? Batman, what's his origin story? What city did he come from? God. Everybody has an origin story. But when it comes to black Hebrew Israelites, I know we don't go by this name, but there are some interesting origin stories about the black Hebrew Israelites. I don't know who came up with it. Like, we know, like, so for Batman, I think, well, DC makes Batman, I think, right? So we know DC, they came up with that origin story. And we know that Marvel came up with, Captain America and all those other guys' origin stories. But who came up with that? Like, some of these origin stories, if you look at it, black Hebrew Israelites also called, and you can see all the different names, black Hebrews, African Hebrew Israelites, are groups of black Americans who believe that they are the descendants of the ancient Israelites. To varying degrees, black Hebrews adhere to the religious beliefs and practices of both Christianity and Judaism, and with no exception of a small number of individuals who have formally converted to Judaism. They are not recognized as Jews. Well, listen, they are not recognized as Jews by the greater Jewish community. So, why would we need to be recognized by the folks that live in the land today? Right, because that's what I mean. Because one of the reasons why when people ask me, like, so why does it matter that we're the people? I was like, so if we're Israel, that means that that's my land over there. That's like first and foremost. Like, if I'm Russian, that means my land is Russian. If I'm Chinese, that means my land is over China. But literally, when the scriptures talk about, if you're Israel, you literally have a land in Israel, like where my house is. I probably have like a 2/3 of an acre or a quarter of an acre, where my house is. But that's nothing compared to what you have in Israel. Like nothing what you have compared to what you have in Israel. So one thing is that goes along with your identity is your land. And I tell people, it's like, if you want to opt out, like if you don't want to be an Israelite, I'm gonna start a sign-up sheet. So if you just sign your deed over to me, with Benayah, don't change your mind now. Don't change your mind. Like 2 years, I was like, oh, you know what, Benayah? You good? You good? I got rent. You want to pay rent? But that's the main thing. Also, the other thing has to do with prophecy. So in the scriptures, there's a lot of prophecy in the end times that deals specifically for Israel. So you need to know what prophecy says about you, right? But back to this origin stories thing. So if you ever took time to go back and look to see, like, where did the origin story of this stuff come from, about the black Hebrew Israelites come from? They'll usually say, well, this movement started in 1960-something, and they'll take you back to Chicago. It's like some guy in Chicago woke up one day, and he realized, he prophesied, and he had a dream. And he was a Hebrew Israelite. And he started a church, right? So they might start off with 1960-something. They may talk about the people in Benayah. I don't know if you guys heard about the folks in Benayah. That's still in the 1900s. They may take you back a little bit into the early 1800s. Say, it started in the 1800s with Nat Turner. So Nat Turner, when he started rebelling, he realized he was an Israelite. It started with that. So he might start with that. And the problem with that is, like, from each of the origin stories, they always trace it back to a black person. They do two things. They trace it back to a black person, and then when they trace it back to a black person, they discount it. So, but the problem is that when you do the research and you look at these books that we're going to review today and tomorrow, these books weren't written by black people. These were written by Europeans. These books are from the 1800s, they're from the 1700s, they're from the 1600s, they even talk about the 1400s. And what I found was that whenever you use old books, like books with the publication date from the 1800s and older, they consistently talk about the children of Israel, specifically in Spain and Portugal, of being black people, like all the time. Every single time, all the time, they're black people. There was no question about it, they were black people. So, and over time, I found that I needed to collect a lot of these references just so that people can read them and see that it's not just one reference. It's not like I stumbled across one reference and said, oh, they might be black. No, we stumbled across, I think right now I literally have like over 100 references that say, you black, you black, you black, you black, you black, you black. And they'll have different terms. It'll say you're black, it'll say you're swarthy, it'll say you're very dark complexion, all different types of synonyms for black people. And just to give you an example, I think I'm going to skip this because we're going to review this one tomorrow. But just that, like I said before, the Spanish and the Portuguese Jews consistently using the old references, are described as black people, as Swarthy people. And also, according to their own their own testimony, their self-identification, they self-identify as from being from the tribe of Judah. So it says the Spanish and the Portuguese Jews claim their descent from the tribe of Judah, right? And of course, they also include some of the Benjamin and the Levites as well. But the reason why I bring this up is because part of the reason why we don't know who we are is when we look back in history, our history abruptly begins in 1619. Like 1619, our history picks up, we magically just sprung out of the ground, they stuck us on spaceships and it brought us over here. But what I like to do is go back before 1619. And we're going to pick up the story, or we're going to pick up history in the year of 1400s. So the transatlantic slave trade, you guys don't know, transatlantic slave trade started in 1501. But there was something going on in Spain and Portugal. Who started the transatlantic slave trade? There was something going on that was very significant just before the transatlantic slave trade. So we're going to do is we're going to take a look at what was going on in Spain and Portugal just before the transatlantic slave trade. We're going to read, a bunch of references that will give a description of what the Jews or the children of Judah look like. And you'll see words like swarthy. So I just want to put this up there for you so that you can see where, if you don't know that swarthy, the synonyms are over to the right, where it says black, brunette, dark, swarthy. But swarthy literally means black, right? So that when you come across references like this reference right here is from the 1600s. And it says Jews, the name given to Hebrews after their return from their captivity in Babylon. They are a religious people fond of home and their children, shrewd in money matters and intellectual. In form and feature, they are short, with dark hair and eyes, a swarthy complexion, full lips, and a characteristic nose. And I didn't write this book. I did not write this book. This book is in the libraries. You can go and read it for yourself. Just like this book here. I'm going to start to kind of skip just to the quote, but for this one, I'm going to start at the top where it says, "Thus the Jews are a people who have ever, according to the prophecy, dwelt along without intermixing with the nations this day. Now this separate race all descend from brown ancestors." I didn't write this book, right? And then it says, from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob must have been as dark as Mar, Johanna, and not darker. Exhibit every shade of color from the black Jews of Malabar, of whom we have such an interesting account by Dr. Paul Buchanan, to the rose and lily complexion of the Jews in the banks of Elam. And that's in Germany. There's a reason for that. We need go no further than the Jews of southern Spain, here we go, and compare them with those of Holland in northern Germany, to perceive a very striking difference. The Spanish Jew is always dark complexion. Always dark complexion. So if you Google Spanish Jew and you don't get something back that's dark complexion, you understand that it's not matching up with the old references. The new references will show that describe the Jews as something other than dark complexion. Now, this reference also is from, this one's from the 1700s. This is by John Mackey. And this is one that I tend to use from time to time. But this one, in this book, John Mackey is describing the Earl of Nottingham. And so I'm going to jump down over to the right-hand side, the last paragraph, where he's describing how he looks. And it says, he has also the exterior air of business, an application enough to make himself very capable. In his habit and manners, very formal, a tall, thin, very black man, like a Spaniard or Jew, about 50 years old. And what I tell people is that when you turn on the 5 o'clock news and they talk about a very black person, somebody said, 5 o'clock news, attention, breaking news, we have a tall, thin, very black man. Are you thinking about a Jew? You think about somebody else. Back in the 1700s, what came to mind was a Jew, right? Or someone from the tribe of Judah. And also, this is another good one. So this is from the 1600s. Baruch Spinoza, so he is a Portuguese Jew himself. So he's giving a description, just like a self-identification of himself, of his people. And we're going to pick this up mid-paragraph where it says, and as he's describing his people, it says, he was of a middle size, he had good features in his face, the skin somewhat black, black curly hair, long eyebrows, and of the same color, so that one might easily know by his looks that he was descended from Portuguese Jews. So again, Portuguese Jews were consistently described as black, swarthy, almost black, or somewhat black in this reference. And the reason why this becomes important is because when we go back in history, and we pick up history in the 1400s, and we see that something major is happening in Spain. So just before the transatlantic slave trade, Spain has a bunch of black Jews living in Spain just before the transatlantic slave trade. And there's books out there that will give you like different numbers. The old books will give you big numbers, the newer books will give you small numbers. They'll try to downplay those numbers. But if you use the old books, they'll give you numbers from upwards of, I don't know if you all have heard of Woodstock. So there was a concert in Woodstock where there was like 600,000 people. So if you ever get a chance, go out and Google Woodstock and just take a look at those pictures of Woodstock. And just keep in mind that that's how many black people were in Spain just before the transatlantic slave trade. Right? Just before the transatlantic slave trade. And then something happened with Spain, and then Spain expelled them, and then Portugal did something bad to them. We're going to take a look at that. And you'll see that we're going to walk this right up to your front doorstep. Because a lot of us, we may be looking at this and we may hear something about DNA, we may hear something about language, maybe hear me read books and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you say, all right, so what does this have to do with me? Like, all right, so how does it affect me here in the U.S. sitting in this seat? How does that impact me? Well, we're going to walk this history all the way up to your front door. Right? We're going to walk this history all the way to your front door. All right, so here we are in this reference. This might be a little hard to see, but this one also. This one's actually from the 1800s, and this is Hugh Clapperton. So Hugh Clapperton actually goes to the west coast of Africa. He's having a conversation with the sheik. So I'll call him, refer to him as boots on the ground. So he's having a conversation with the sheik, and he kind of writes it down with the journal. And the sheik asks him, says, "You are not Jews?" says he. "No," said I. "Christian then?" "Even so," replied I. In other words, he said yes. He says, "I have read of you. You are better than Jews," said he. "Are Jews white like you?" "No," replied I. "Rather more like yourself. Very dark." Right? So again, when you read these old books, they consistently describe the Jews as a different color. And just to give you a few more here. So this one is, a new voyage to Italy, and this one's a good one because this one also tells you or shows us how broad the understanding that the Jews were black. So in this one, you might not be able to see it on the screen, so I'm going to see if I can find it here. Yeah, so it's probably like the seventh sentence in the red block area where it says, "'Tis also a vulgar error that the Jews are all black." So in other words, he's saying it's a mistake to say that the Jews are all black. Now, why would he be saying this? He said it's a mistake to say that the Jews are all black, for this is only true. This is only true of the Portuguese Jews. And you also have to keep in mind that when it says Portuguese Jews, it also by default refers to the Spanish Jews. Because the Spanish, and we're going to get into the history, Spain expelled their Jews out in 1492. A lot of them came over into Portugal. And then when they came over to Portugal, then Portugal did something to them. We're going to read about that. But this is describing the Jews. It says, "For this is only true of the Portuguese Jews, who marry always among one another, begat children like themselves, and consequently the swarthiness of their complexion is entailed upon their whole race, even in the northern regions." So again, black, swarthy, very dark, very black, dark complexion. And even with this one talks about, it says, "Thus the black color is found not only in individuals as the black Jews of Portugal." So black Jews of Portugal. So one of the things that we're also going to take a look at is we're going to take a look at what the Jews were called. Like, they were literally called black. Like, in Portugal, they were literally called black. And of course, in Portugal, they weren't speaking English, they were speaking Portuguese. And the Portuguese word for black back then was Negro. So just before the transatlantic slave trade, they have all these people in Spain and Portugal, they're called Negro, but they're doing something too, right? This is why our history cuts off at 1619, because the reason why, one of the examples I give folks is that, like in my house, my kids, we got a 13-year-old, 11-year-old, and a 7-year-old, 2 boys and a girl. And, you know, every now and then they'll do puzzles. We get those 1,000-piece puzzles, and everybody's playing, you know, working on getting the corners, getting the edges first, right, and we build in. And my son, he gets a little, the oldest, he gets a little evil with the pieces, because he'll take a piece, and he'll put it in his pocket. So while all of us are working on it, and then we get down to that last piece, and hey man, you see that? Hey, put that piece, I was gonna put that last piece in. He'll go, oh Dad, I got it. There we go, I finished it. But that's the only reason why he does it. But that's kind of like how our history is. Like, our history is one, you know, when our history was all together, we had all the pieces in place. What they did is that they broke up the pieces, just scattered the pieces. Some of the pieces they hid, but some of the pieces are still there in plain sight. What they don't do is that they don't tell you that this piece goes with that piece. Like, they don't tell you that the Jews being black in Spain and Portugal goes along with the Inquisition. Because when you read about the Inquisition in Portugal, in your mind, you're thinking, oh, those aren't black people, right? Is it? When I look at the books, it doesn't say that. But yes, that piece that shows Jews being black people goes along with the Inquisition. So now you have to put that together. And then you also have to put the piece of the transatlantic slave trade along with the Inquisition. Because nobody told you that the Inquisition was on the west coast of Africa. And what I tell people is that the Inquisition follows you wherever you went. So the Inquisition was all over in Spain and Portugal. Of course, we know that they have the black Jews in Spain and Portugal. So then Spain and Portugal goes up to the west coast of Africa, to Sao Tome. They put an Inquisition office in Sao Tome. Why would they put an Inquisition office in Sao Tome? So then they start the transatlantic slave trade, and they take the slaves from the west coast of Africa, put them over into the Americas. They start an Inquisition office in the Americas, right? And then from the Americas, you know, they go over to the, you know, what's called the United States. Now, you're thinking, all right, brother, man, but the Inquisition isn't here in the United States. I know for sure. What I tell people is that when you know what the Inquisition folks look like, then you'll realize that the Inquisition is here in the United States. For example, when the Inquisition folks would have a uniform, just like a police officer walk in, you'd be able to look at that uniform and say, oh, you're a police officer. Or a firefighter walk in, he had the firefighter uniform and say, oh, you're a firefighter, right? Inquisition, same thing. Inquisition folks had a uniform. And sometimes their uniforms had different colors. But one of the most notable uniforms in the Inquisition was all white. They had all white ones. And the Inquisitor would have a cowl or something covering his face. He had 2 holes. And then he had a comb. He said, comb. And I will go over that tomorrow. But why is this person over here persecuting you dressed like that? Why is this person that his history goes back to Spain and Portugal, why is he persecuting you dressed like all the uniforms he could have put on? He put that one on. So, puzzle piece. That's I refer to it as an undisputable puzzle piece. And each of these puzzle pieces are parts of our history that you can look up yourself. You can go to a library and you'll be able to confirm. So, oh yeah, it says that the Jews were expelled from Spain. Everybody knows that. Nobody argues about that. Oh yeah. They may not. The people of present day may argue a little bit about the Jews being black in Spain and Portugal until you start putting this information out. And once you do that, they'll say, okay, all right. So they're black. Undisputable puzzle piece. So a lot of these puzzle pieces are undisputable. And some of the books are easy to get a hold of. What I found was that the books that are very expensive are the books that have multiple puzzle pieces in one spot. Like the book that, I think we're going to go over this tomorrow, but the book that costs $56,000 that we'll see, no, I think it's $65,000, sorry. That book has a few major puzzle pieces in it, right? That book will tell you about what I call him Bad Boy number 3, King John III. So we're going to go through there's a couple of kings in Portugal that were major, they played a major part in black history. Major part in black history. King John III played a major part in black history. And there's a book that, that's like I said, it costs $65,000 that talks about King John III and what King John III did to these black Jews on the west coast of Africa. I mean, he puts it all together. He says, oh yeah, he took them over there. And we made them slaves and sent them over there. $65,000. That's why you haven't read it. Because who's going? Like I tell people, if I had a choice, $65,000, that's a Cadillac. That's like a brand new Cadillac with spinners. It has the spinners on it, right? If I had a choice between a Cadillac and a book, I'm gonna be right. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna be right. But all right, well, let me just move on just a little bit. I know it's getting kind of late. We've had a full day at work, so just want to just kind of wrap this up just with a few other references, just to show you that it's not a one-off thing. Like in this one, you see it says the Jews of Portugal are very dark, right? And then even in this one, sometimes when I bring this out to people, they'll say, well, they were kind of like, they were dark-skinned Europeans. They were dark-skinned. They had the straight hair. That's how it was. They weren't Negro. They'll give you the black, but they won't give you the Negro part, right? So then I bring this up. Oh, okay, let's read this one. This one is talking about the Jewish population in London. It says, as I tentatively surveyed the Jewish population on the streets of London, I fancied I could perceive 3 different casts of features. The first, Jewish, par excellence, and never to be mistaken. So out of the 3, he's talking about the first one. So I'm going to drop down to where he's talking about the first one. He says, this is midway on the paragraph. It says, of the first form, I need to say a little to you, begging you merely to recollect that the contour is convex, and now he's going to describe it to the T. That the contour is convex, the eyes long and fine, the outer angles running towards the temples, the brow and the nose act to form a single convex line, the nose comparatively narrow at the base, the eyes consequently approaching each other. Lips very full, mouth projecting, chin small, and the whole physiognomy, in other words, like the way he looks, everything, the way he looks, when swarthy or when black, as it often is, has an African look. So I bring that out, he's like, oh, okay, I guess maybe they are African looking Jews, right? And it's kind of funny because when you put this stuff out, you see like people that would fight against you, you see them kind of squirm a little bit, they'll come up with different things like, well, you know what, brother, you know what? I didn't say that there weren't no black folks in Israel, right? We had slaves, so Israel had slaves. And so we brought them in, and they became Jews, and that's how you're seeing stuff like that. But we still the original. I'm telling you what they say. And even to the point where, I kind of thought this in the back of my mind. So when I start putting out all these references, 50 references, 70 references, 100 references, now we're over 100 references. What I tell people is that don't be surprised when you have Europeans start claiming to be black. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. They were claiming to be black. There was something on YouTube, I'm going to put in the video, where the Jewish was saying something to the point where, we were called black too. We were called black. And I mean, literally, he found a quote where it said white Negro. So you see this white Negro right there, that's me. That's us. So every time you see Negro, it's talking about us. Right? So just be prepared. I'm telling you, it's just right. It's coming. It's coming. All right. Let me see if I'm going to skip some of these. Some of these, it gets redundant. It says the same thing. And like in this one, it says, swarthy in Portugal and Spain. So again, the whole point in bringing this out is just to show you that over and over and over and over again. You can't read that up there, but it says, the brown Jews of Portugal, southern France. Now, France is a big one, because I really haven't talked a whole lot about France. Because, you guys probably saw like the Notre Dame had burned down, and folks getting upset about it. So, Notre Dame was a Gothic church. So back during the time of the Inquisition, like a Gothic church for an Israelite was a bad thing. Like they were doing bad things. Like I actually shared some screenshots from a Catholic church in I think we were in Augusta, Georgia, and in Portugal they call it a bone church. And the reason why they call it a bone church, so you have the Inquisition, they have like this the Inquisition office or headquarters, and then they have a courtyard, and then on the other side of the courtyard they have a Gothic church. And within this Gothic church, it's a big attraction today, so you can actually go and buy tickets for it. But the thing about it, when you walk inside, you'll see a whole wall full of bones. The entire wall is full of bones. You'll see a skeleton, and you can actually see the melanin still in the skin, so you know they're colored people. Skeleton hanging from the ceiling, then you'll see a little child hanging from the ceiling. Gothic church, right? Gothic church. This is why I tell people, it's like, hold off on the reparation talk until you know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you don't know what you lost. Like this, the whole thing about the Spanish and Portuguese Jews, like this was before the transatlantic slave trade. And then not only that, while the transatlantic slave trade was taking place, at the same time, the Inquisition was taking place. Like it was both happening at the same time. By the same countries, in the same place, against the same people. And another example I give is like, when I was in college, and I tell people, like, I had a nice ride, I had a black car, I had 10 windows on it, I had a bra in the front, speakers in the back, amp in there, right? And, I was doing the park in front of my apartment because I would stay off campus. And I came out one day, my speakers were gone, my amp was gone. I was like, oh, man, you got me. Oh, you got me. Now, when can I help you? Oh, they got me. They took my amp, my speaker. It's like, oh, what apartment you live in? I told them. It's like, oh, you outside of campus. Oh, yeah, they hit that apartment pretty hard last night. You're not the only one. They hit several cars. They did? All right, let me call insurance. So call an insurance company. With the insurance company, they want you to describe what happened. So I described what happened. Yeah, they took my stuff. But then, in order for me to get a payment from the insurance company, I had to tell them what was lost. Right? I had to know what was lost. That's why I tell people to hold off on reparations. Because in the whole thing about Spain and Portugal, what you don't realize is that the Portuguese and Spanish Jews were rich. Like when they were over in Spain, they had mansions, they had estates, all kinds of money. But then when they were kicked out of Spain, they had to give all that up. Right? They said, you either accept Roman Christianity, or either you get put to death, or you have to leave. So a lot of them, that's why I tell people, it's like, you have to realize the state of mind of these people to say, I'm going to give up my mansion. I would rather give up my mansion than to accept Catholicism. And that's what a lot of them did. So they gave it up, they walked away, they went over to a country, some of them maybe may not have known anything about, came over there, got abused. And we're going to go into some of this tomorrow, where they were abused, they were beaten, they were sent into slavery. A lot of them were made slaves. And it's like, are you going to accept Roman Catholicism? No, we're not going to do it. Not going to do it. These were black people. Israelites. And so they gave up, the net here is that they gave up a lot in Spain and Portugal. And so that is old to you, right? And then not only that, I don't hear a whole lot of people talking about it, but another thing that's old to you is your identity. They took your identity away from you. So they need to tell you, oh, no, you are the children of Israel. That's part of what's due. Okay. All right, family. Like I said, it's getting late, so I'm not going to go through the rest of these. We'll pick this up tomorrow. But just know that what we're going to do is that we're going to go through these references. We're going to start off by taking a look at the description of the Jews, and then we're going to go into the history. We're going to start off in Spain and Portugal, then we're going to go over to the West Coast of Africa. We're going to tie into what Ronald's talking about DNA, about how the DNA of the West Africans traces back to you, traces back to Portugal, traces back to all the other places. And then we're going to walk it up to your front door. Right, walk to your front door. So that you'll know beyond a shadow of a doubt who you are and where you came from. All right, shalom.
How many people will show of hands going to be here tomorrow? All right, because tomorrow I'm going to lay it so thick on you guys. Your head's going to start swirling. What we have to understand is that we're not descendants of Ham. prove who the sons of Shem are, the sons of Ham. But then when you look at, say for instance, you look at Ezekiel, and people talk about Gog and Magog. They say Gog and Magog is two giants. But we know we're talking about the land of Magog. And Ezekiel 38 talks about Gomer and all his bands. So we know that Gomer is significant. It talks about Magog, Resh, Meshach, Tubal, Persia, Cush, Libya, all these different nations that are being called out in Ezekiel, even the Confederate in Psalm 83. But when you look at Ezekiel 36, the dry bones, 37, 38, Gog and Magog, Gomer, Magog, we have to understand who these nations are. So a lot of us don't know who these nations are. And when you look about Gog and Magog in Revelations, you got Gog and Magog in Revelations, Gog and Magog in Ezekiel, Gog and Magog in Daniel, you got the Confederate. So once you understand who we are and who they are, then you can really understand end times biblical prophecy and why China, Russia, India, the British, the Germans, the French, the Arabs, all these people are coming into Africa and they're just taking over. Why they want Greenland? What's going on in Australia? What are they doing in America? What is their end goal? You know, even with technology and the blockchain, the artificial intelligence, and biometrics, and digital money, and all these other things. It's all going to tie in to Revelation 13, the mark of the beast, when it says he causeth all to have the mark, the number and the name of the beast, that nobody should be able to buy or sell without it. So that's important because we got to understand that there's an economic component to Revelation 13. Whether you believe the mark of the beast is an implant or something else, it's an economic component where no man or sister, he calls for all to take this mark if you want to buy or sell. And that's coming our way. We need to understand who's behind it. Who's behind Mystery Babylon, central banking, all these different things. Back in the old days, they had the denarius, they had the shekel, which was a unit of weight for gold and silver. Today, we have the dollar bill, we have the francs, we have the pound, we have pesos, we have the yuan, the renminbi, you have all these different currencies. We need to understand how they're all going to be tied in to the mark of the beast. But specifically, when you look at Israel, the real Israelites, you can understand end times biblical prophecy by looking at us and what's going to happen to us and what the nations are going to start doing subliminally, sneaky, and decisive to us over here in America, people in Africa, Australia, all over the world. You'll see tomorrow. So make sure you come tomorrow. We're going to start, and you probably announced it too, at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock? 10. You want to get here at 10. We're going to start. We want to get as much as we can tomorrow for those that can't make it on Sunday. I'll let get the rest.
Let's get Ronald, brother Benayah. Y'all enjoyed yourself tonight. But as I said, I wanted to make sure that each time we present this information, we bring it all back to the Bible. Right? Because without people, the Bible is the last thing on that. What is the name of the conference? The Bible and Glad Conference. Right? So some of you may say, and I'm glad to see you, and many of you say you're going to be back tomorrow. But for others, that may be a little reserved. Say, this just give me some good information. That's all good and good. But what does that really mean to me when I go to heaven? What does that got to do with me in Christ? Let's go to Jeremiah 31 and get people faith. I'm saying wrong from the end, but I want to make sure that you understand the depth of what these brothers are giving us today. Because, as he said, these things are all related to prophecy. Right? So let's look at Jeremiah 31 and verse 31. It says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers, that day I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was a husband unto them, said the Lord. But this shall be the covenant I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, said the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts, and I will write in their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Now, oftentimes when we bring this to our Christian brothers and sisters, they will say, but that's Old Testament. That's done away. I thought you might say that. Let's go to Hebrews 8. I believe y'all like Paul. Y'all understand what Paul said, right? I'm going to show you what Paul said. The same exact thing. So that you will know that the myth that the covenant is with the church is not a truth. Because when we take this information to a lot of our people, they like to say, well, it doesn't matter whether I'm an Israelite or Gentile because I'm in a new covenant. I'm a spiritual Jew. And when I asked them to show me that verse, they can't. Because it doesn't exist. Brother Benayah went through thousands and thousands of references and he can't find spiritual Jew in it. Brother Ronald got power to flip after flip after flip, note after note after note. We ain't found spiritual Jews yet. But I will show you what it says here in Hebrews 8. Verse 8. I could quote it, but I don't want y'all to say I'm making it up. Hebrews 8, and I always like to start at verse 8. For finding fault with them. Who is them? Because the only person that they can find fault, he can find fault with, is the people who the covenant was set with. If you go to Psalms 147, verse 19, he said, I gave my word unto Jacob, statutes unto Israel. No other nation have I known. As far as my judgments, they have not known them. Praise you the Most High. So he said, for finding fault with them, he said, behold, the day come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the Christian church. Hold on, I will make a new covenant with the black people, with the Americans, with the Europeans, with the Catholic Church. Okay. Out of the mouth of babes. I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Not a covenant according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand and led them out of Egypt, because they have continued in my covenant and have regarded them not, saith the Lord. So a lot of times I'm saying this, I'm bringing you to this, ladies and gentlemen, is because a lot of times when in the church where they bring you to what they call the New Testament, you don't even know what Paul is quoting is actually in what they call the Old. This is the reason how they can flip it back and forth and tell you that something's done away. You don't even know that he's quoting in Jeremiah 31. But you say, well, still, though, I don't know. I thought you may say that. Let's go back to Jeremiah 31. This is it. Watch this, though. This is what I need you to understand the importance of coming back tomorrow. Because what they're going to give us tomorrow is a foundation for us to build upon. But you need to understand the depths of why this is important. Both of them said to us, what does this mean to me in America today? I'm going to show you. Jeremiah 31, verse 35. Look at this. Thus says the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and the stars by light, for a light by night, which divided the sea, which the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when y'all came in here today, was the sun shining? When you go outside tonight, you're going to see the moon. family right now is currently down at the beach. The waves is roaring back and forth. He says, if these things depart before me, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation for me forever. Hallelujah. So that lets me know every morning when I see the sun rise. That means every night when I see the moon, that lets me know that Israel still means something to the Most High. So you need to understand why it's important. When you wake up in the morning, when you might be tired and have a long day, why do I need to go out every night? Look out your window. If you see the sun, you need to be here tomorrow. That's your reason every day to get in this Bible, to do your own research, and to find out who you are. Because as long as that sun is shining that day and the moon is shining at night, Israel matters to the Most High. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
The Bible in the book of Revelations, and I used to read this all the time to understand it, but the Bible says in Revelation 12:17, it says, and the dragon was wroth with the woman. Now, who's the dragon? Who's the woman? And went to make war with the remnant of her seed. Who's her seed? Which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Jesus Christ and Yeshua. Now, when you look at the commandments, we see that in schools today they're teaching the LGBT movement. We see a lot of our brothers and sisters are in homosexuality, bisexuality, gender fluidity, transgender. We're seeing a lot of the commandments being broken every day. We watch Empire and Power and Loving Hip Hop. Thou shalt not kill, steal, murder, adultery, fornication, honor your mother and father, all these different things. These are commandments. But you're seeing a rise in unrighteousness and people just breaking the commandments left and right and teaching that it's okay, I can be homosexual and still accept Christ and go to heaven. You got Christian, gay pastors, homosexual pastors that's being accepted. And these are the things that we're seeing, and we're accepting these things. The Christian church is accepting these things, but the scripture clearly states, and I read this to my mom all the time, that the devil, that Satan's going to be wroth, which is exceedingly angry, and make war with the remnant of her seed. The remnant, only the remnant is going to be saved, which is the Israelites, which keep the commandments of God and also bear the testimony of Christ. And that's what we're doing today. We're trying to teach the people that you got to get back to the laws as well as bear the testimony of Christ and salvation through Christ. So I always tell my mom and dad, because my dad's the pastor, one of the first ladies, I said, I'm not trying to convert you into something you already are. Because they always say, you're trying to convert me to another religion. You're practicing a religion cult. You don't worship Christ. And she's calling people to say, talk to Ron. He's crazy. He's always crazy. I said, I'm not trying to convert you to an Israelite, but you're already an Israelite. I already accepted the Old Testament and the New Testament in Christ. And baptism is always been the whole nine. What they got to understand is that the Bible is real, and that when Christ comes back, he's not coming back with kisses and hugs and love. He's coming with a sword. He's coming to judge. And for those that are on the right thing, those of us will make it to the kingdom. It's in the scripture, the New Testament.
Because the Bible says precept upon precept, line upon line, I must follow with Romans 3. And I'm going to start at the verse that they like to go to, Ron. I'm going to start at verse 27. Where is boasting then? It is excluded by what? Law of works? Nay, by the law of faith. Therefore we conclude that a man is justified by faith without the deeds of the law. And they are stopped there. But I ain't never heard of a person that read a book and just stop. For the sake of the night, we're going to keep reading. Verse 29. Is he the God of the Jews only? Is he also now the God of the Gentiles? Because this is what our brothers and sisters will say all the time. I'm not Israel, I'm a Gentile. Okay? Yes, of the Gentiles also. Seeing it is one God, which shall justify the circumcision by faith. Circumcision is Israel. On the 8th day we were to circumcise the male on the 8th day. By faith, and by the uncircumcision, which is the Gentiles through faith, do we then make void the law through faith? Paul is asking, because we live by faith, do we make void the law? What was his answer? God forbid. What did he say? Now you're under grace. Now you're under grace. It's cool. Now that's done away with. Now you ain't got to worry about it. What does God forbid? No! Yes, we established the law. So even if you want to believe currently, you are a Gentile, still got to keep the law. That's the Hallelujah. So, after hearing all that, let me ask the question again, Brother Ronald. How many of y'all coming back tomorrow? Hallelujah. And I want y'all to make your sincere effort to bring someone from your family. Go home on your social media and post about something else besides Popeye's chicken and Chick-fil-A. Man. Go home and post about something else besides the football game and all this. Tell them about the Bible in black comments. Tell them what Brother Ron and Brother Benayah taught you tonight. And try to get our brothers and sisters on here tomorrow morning. We're going to open the doors at 9 and we will be starting promptly at 10. All right?
Brother Joseph from the House of Yah in Cincinnati, he was at the great Hebrew awakening we had in Detroit with his people, and he just wanted to say something before we close out. Brother Joseph.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Most High is doing some great things these last days. The awakening is real. Just when they said that, I didn't know what to expect. They said it was kind of like a Christian event. And I looked at here and I see men with beards, men looking all strong with their beards on their face. I see women dressed modest. I said, man, these people, they already awake. I think you walk into a place where these people are just totally dead, asleep. People are here, they ain't wake. Hallelujah. So since y'all know, man, hallelujah. I praise those times, those people here that's awake. Hallelujah. First up, we just come back tomorrow. All right, so how many people here like listening to some righteous music? Just a few of y'all. I know the rest of y'all like listen to radio, secular music, all that. All right, so I came down here to also to support Ron, Benayah, Israel Ben Yehuda, my back there in the back, Michael Israel, just me and my elder right here. Just wanted to come down here and support them, but also too, I came down here to plant seeds. All right, because we know a lot of our brothers and sisters, they still listen to this worldly music. So I got about 300 to 400 CDs back there. I'm giving them away for free. I'm going to be standing in the back. If you know somebody in your family that needs this truth, I'm giving the CD. It's called the Wake Up album. All right, it's going to wake you up. All right, so I'm standing there in the back. I'm going to be standing there with my box. All you got to do is just reach in, grab some CDs, and for you, for your family, whatever. I'm trying to leave out of here with none. All right? Hallelujah.
Blessing. That's a blessing. Shouts out to Michael Israel coming down here, bringing this information out here today. We thank Michael Israel for coming. Thank Rabbi Baez, thank his lovely wife. We thank each and every one of y'all here tonight. Man, y'all understand, man, how much we've been praying for this and how much we believe this. And the enemy done tried everything in his power to keep. Y'all don't even understand. But he's already defeated, man. I read the back of the book. We won, man. Oh, praise God. For opening the doors, thank Temple Memorial for your hospitality, the warm smiles and everything. Thank you for everything. All the ushers and everybody. Appreciate you, but more importantly, we appreciate each and every one of you. Because this would not have been a success without you. You and you. So we want to see y'all bright and early tomorrow morning. 9 a.m. They say in the church that all hearts and minds is clear. I still got a little Baptist in me. Hey, listen. When I was a wretched undone, that Baptist what brought me in. Right, bro, I was never the say yeah, I was never that guy. But I tell you, all praise. Let's tell the devil, say, devil, you thought you had us. But we are the children of Israel. We are the children of Israel. We are the children of Israel. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Let us pray, Father God. We ask you to bless each and every one here tonight. We pray for traveling mercies. We pray, Father God, for the abundance. We pray for you to water the seeds that was sown in their hearts. We pray 30-fold, 60-fold, 100-fold over these people's lives. And we decree in the precious name of Yeshua, HaMashiach, that we will see the fruits of the seed sown this night. We give all glory. We give all honor, all praise to you, Father, alone, the Most High. It's in the precious name of Yeshua that we pray. Say amen. Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Shabbat shalom. Hey, this is one of my close friends. Hey, look, Chris. Hey, look, thank you for tuning in. I'm also going to be live streaming tomorrow. So, anyway, shalom. Have a blessed Shabbat.
Honey, it's good to see you.